Hey there folks, Jet Low here. How are you? Very excited to update you with the news that the Untold LA blog is now live. Woohoo! Just go to untoldla.com. All right, let's take a quick look at it, shall we? Here's the website itself again at untoldla.com. You got your blog, you got the photo galleries, got some press info, link to our good friends over the West Adams Heritage Association, which have been so helpful in this project. Of course, you got your classic, your standard about link telling folks about the project, and they can also then get the iBook as well when it's available. And you can always contact me anytime, of course, if you want. Also, here on the homepage, we've got Facebook and Twitter links. So I have created a Twitter page for Untold LA. As you can see, I have not tweeted yet, but I will be tweeting. I'll tweet officially today. I'll tweet this update. This update will be the first tweet. And we also have a Facebook page, which again, as you can see, not much happening. Only 4 people liking it. I will not take that personally, as I haven't actually told anybody that this thing exists yet. But I'll be updating this with content as well, and that's facebook.com/UntoldLA, and Twitter is UntoldLA at Twitter. So very simple, very easy to use. Okay, let's take a look at the blog very quickly. As you can see here, oh, what's this? Yes, it's time for an ice cream social. This is from yesterday's Waha ice cream social. I've never been to one before, so it was an eye-opener. A good time was had by all, I trust. So this gives you an example of a typical blog entry. I'm not going to blog or post every single thing that I'm doing because that would be so time-consuming. As you can imagine, taking the photos and processing, developing the photos is itself a full-time job, and so it's just a lot more work to do all this blogging and tweeting and Facebooking. And it is necessary, of course, in our new socially networked and transparent age, but it is time consuming. So I'm not going to update every single thing that I'm doing, but I am going to give you a flavor of what's happening with the project. Wow, look at this kid. I swear to you, I did not ask the child to pose like this. I just said, hey kid, can I take your picture? And then he just busted this out. And as I say in the blog, now I feel compelled to start watching some Shirley Temple movies. All the blog posts can be tweeted about. You can always like them on Facebook, and that's de rigueur, as it were, these days, isn't it? And of course, as you know from a previous update, we just moved, my wife and I. This was the state of the place. Oh my goodness. And now look at it. So that's why I've been gone for the last couple of weeks trying to make things happen. Okay, so that's the blog. One of the cool things about the blog is everything is keyworded. So for instance, let me just click here on the actual link itself. You'll notice that it has various keywords. If you want to know, let's say, take a look at all the events that I'm blogging about, you would just click on the keyword events, and that would get you all the relevant blog posts. Okay, let's go back to the main site here again. I've got galleries. These are not all the photos. These are just the photos that are being used in the blog, but I will be updating this with all the photos when I get time. It's something that I'm going to be doing almost on a daily basis. As you can tell, this is just what I've been blogging about, and that's why Harvard Heights is overrepresented. It's because this is where I was living, my wife and I, until very recently. We've now moved closer to Mount St. Mary's, but we were in Harvard Heights, which is why we've got all the blog posts about them and not so many, say, about West Adams Heights. I'm going to take a look at the galleries. Here's some nice examples here of all these beautiful photos. I love this staircase here. Now, a lot of folks, one of the things actually that's been happening the most since I started the project is that people have found out about Untold LA after the Kickstarter closed, and that means they won't get the complimentary prints or calendars. And so people have asked me, well, how can I get a calendar? And I say, well, the calendar won't be done until I'm all finished photographing, so I don't know about that. And I just don't have time to make prints and send them out to people and arrange all those transactions. So the great cool thing about the blog here, about the website, is that we've built in a buy button. So let's say I've taken a photograph of your house and you want that print, and you're not going to get one as a complimentary as a reward for the Kickstarter. You can just simply select the photo and then select a print, which is really cool. So 29 cents for a nice little 4x6. So I think this is super cool because you can get the print, it's inexpensive, and I don't have to deal with that kind of overhead. It's all kind of automatic. So I think that is super cool. Also, you can tweet if you do the Gmail thing. The Google Plus thing, you can recommend it on Google Plus. Everybody loves Pinterest. I know the ladies love Pinterest. You can pin the photos, you can like them on Facebook, and the more you guys do this, the better. The more the word will get out about Untold LA and about these beautiful homes and photos and about West Adams. And everything is also keyworded. So if you want to look at all the photos in Western Heights, for instance, you can click on the keyword. And I'll be adding to all this information. So I'll be adding words like staircases. So if you want to see all the staircases, you would then click on staircases here in this area, and you get to see all the photos of staircases. Also, you can share these photos as many ways as you like. As I said, you've already got the tweet and the Pinterest and all that, so you've got all these good stuff down here. You also can just get the link right to the post if you want, or if you want to embed the picture, if you actually want a direct link to the picture. I'll just copy this very quickly. You can use this embed code, or we can just copy it like this, and I'll post it in here. And there's the photo itself. There's a small version, there's larger versions as well. And you'll see when you play around with the site, you can get access to larger versions. So I'm saying, share these photos as much as you want. Help get the word out, put them on your blogs and tweet and Facebook them. Obviously, I'd say let's not use these for commercial use. I'd hate to see these things being, sold on like stock agencies. As a photographer, of course, I get ripped off. Computers are, after all, machines for copying bits. They're copying machines. So any photographer these days will tell you that their photos are being used, and someone's going to try to sell them without getting a license. But these photos are taken specifically to help get the word out and propagate the joy and the beauty of the structures here in West Adams. So don't be like the guys. I'll give you, here's a quick example where, and this does happen all the time. I was living in Nashville, and so photographed some of the terrible floods that we had in Nashville. And I had news organizations around the world call me, people like the BBC, and the Beeb would say, "Hey, Jet, can we use these photos and we'll put them on the BBC?" I say, "Yes, of course you can." But you get other folks who just take them and use them for their own nefarious purposes. There's a large church here in Southern California. I won't say who they are, but there is a film coming out with Philip Seymour Hoffman, which is supposed to be about them, so you know who I'm talking about. And they just took all the photos and started using them without permission. And I had to say to them, guys, I love Battlefield Earth as much as the next person, but come on, let's not do that. Okay, so there's all the different galleries, and again, these will be updated more and more as the coming days pass. And we've got a link here to get the iBook, and when this is available, this will provide a link to the iTunes page, so you can download the iBook. And if you want to be notified, you'll be notified, of course, as if you're watching this as a supporter of Untold LA, you'll be notified. But if for the other folks who want to know, they just a little contact button, and they can fill out all that information. So there it is, very exciting. Some beautiful photos. I think I love this guy. Look at this guy here. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this guy pouring he's making me a root beer float. I haven't had a root beer float in years. I had a lovely time at the Ice Cream Social. So go to untoldla.com so you can see all the photos and the blog, and tell your friends, and don't forget to Facebook and tweet and all that good stuff. And thank you so much for your support. Okay, talk to you guys real soon.